Hello, welcome back, and Happy New Year to everybody. On this video, we're working on a MacBook Pro A1707, or rather, half of it, because as the listing described, the laptop was working fine, and the seller accidentally broke the screen and took it to a repair shop to have the screen removed, and it worked fine, and he was working it with an external monitor. And at some point, the battery started swelling, and he took it back to the same shop to remove the battery, and since he got it back, it stopped working, and well, just that. So let's go ahead and check, besides the laptop being dirty, what else it does. This is a 2016-2017 15-inch MacBook Pro. So it has 4 Type-C ports. On the top left one, it switches to 20 volts and 0 amps. Let's see what it does on the main one, the bottom left. Same thing. Let's go ahead and check on this side. I'm really curious to see what the condition of the laptop is inside, because when people tend to remove things, I don't know, they almost all of the time mess something up. But let's not be pessimistic. This is a new year. Well, no activity whatsoever in all of the USB-C ports. There used to be a sticker somewhere here. Okay, let's go ahead and disassemble this and see what it is that we're gonna find inside. I don't know if it's worth replacing the battery and the screen and fixing the motherboard and this laptop, but since it was a rather cheap buy, it was like 45 euros, we're gonna go ahead and give it a test. And if nothing else, we should just, oh, okay. The battery is indeed removed. I hope this is not, oh, look. These are the hinge covers and the shield for the LCD here. No, they've done a pretty good job. They've actually put all the screws back. Let me show you. See? All the screws are here. And the screws for the hinges. It's actually nice. There's no battery screw, but you can't have everything. Okay. Hopefully this will somehow be useful to us. Let's go ahead and remove the logic board from the chassis so that we can check it outside and determine if it's something like the keyboard or the trackpad or the trackpad cable that's preventing it from booting up. Let's push this to the side. I don't know if this would be a viable solution for people, but for those who are not interested in swapping their LCD, because they're not cheap, to be honest, you can use it in clamshell mode, or you can actually remove the screen itself like this fellow did and use it as a desktop. It's not a bad idea at all, especially since the Wi-Fi cables are on the chassis and not on the screen like they were in previous models. So if you remove the screen, you would have no Wi-Fi coverage, or rather Wi-Fi reception. I don't see anything suspicious so far, rather than my screwdriver not doing its job. Let's try and disconnect everything. These are the speakers. That's the lifeboat connector. And let's remove the screws here and here. And the shields for the trackpad cable. Come on. And the keyboard. Okay. And I think we should have one more screw here that my screwdriver tip was a bit... Oh, come on. Let's try and turn this like this. Okay, that's it. We got it. Now let's remove the remaining connected things. I tried to keep this part of the process in the video so that you guys can see what it is that you should be unscrewing or disconnecting in order to disassemble any part of the laptop you want. Oh, we forgot the shield here for the LCD cable. Let's pry this out. Okay. Come on. What is this? Oh. Can you guys see that? Oh, are we gonna be that lucky? Let's put this here for a moment and remove one of the DC-in boards. It seems okay. Let's put this aside for a little bit. I don't know if this... I don't know why this keeps happening to these laptops, but I'm not going to complain, because if that's the problem, then we're in for a treat, because it's going to be an easy fix. Let me show you guys what that looks like under the microscope. You see that cap there? I don't think it's even worth measuring anything. We could test it like this, but the fault is kind of obvious there. So, woohoo, lucky me. That's why we always observe first, then we start. We first use our eyes, then use our brain, then we start using our hands. As you can see, it's still doing the same thing. That cap is most likely on one of the PP bus HS CPU things. Let's remove this. Or, just leave it in place. I'll try to remove this cap with my soldering iron. Yes, I know you turned on. You don't have to tell me about it. Now, we need some flux and some solder and the donor board, of course, to harvest that cap from. This should do. Now let's go ahead and put some flux around it. Good. Let's get this out of the way. I don't know if you can see it, but it's literally broken in half. Let's put this little fella here. Okay. Let's wick the excess solder off. Come on. Okay. Let's see if we have any short on that power rail now. Diode mode. Red probe to ground. And nope, no short here. Let's check if this will boot up now. I think it switched to 300 milliamps, and yes, it boots up. Oh, that's awesome. Let's go ahead and replace that cap anyway. Let me close, or no, we will be needing the microscope for this, so that you guys can see. So it was this cap here. We can actually take any one of these here. They're the same caps. The standard procedure is we go like this, we apply some flux, then we get our solder here and just gently start lifting like so. Then we do the same on the other side, and this should pop right off like so. Here it is. Now let's go ahead and clean it up a little bit. Like this. Okay. And no, I don't want to lose these ones. Now the correct way to install this back is by adding some solder here, placing it back in place. For demonstrative purposes, I will switch my soldering iron holding hand because I'm not left-handed. Okay. Should be good. And now we Do the same on the other side here. Okay, it's good. Let's clean it off a little bit. I mean, if this thing actually works, it should be much better to just get an external monitor and an HDMI adapter and use it like that instead of either, I don't know, spending a ton of money of a new LCD on a new LCD or just throwing the entire thing away. These are quite good laptops, to be honest. They're not upgradable to the latest OS, but still, you can do a lot of things with this. Quite powerful, to be honest, as well. Let's stop the microscope recording and let's go ahead and bring the chassis here so that we can reassemble it. And I don't know how we're gonna test this, but if we see some fan spin and we hear some chime, I think that we all know it should be considered as fixed. Let's put this here so you can see it better. I like this lucky finds. I don't know if we are going to be able to make any kind of money from this, but I'm pretty sure someone will find this useful. Now let's go ahead and install the logic board back, trackpad, come on. We need the power button here and the audio jack. Okay, so let's go ahead and connect everything back. Okay, now the Type-C. Let's connect these as well. Good. Ah. Now that everything is connected, let's go ahead and let's try to make a reset here. Yes. It's drawing close to an amp. It's not chiming, but oh. Let's see if we press the power button. It starts back up. We have fan spin. I do not hear a chime, but I'm guessing it should just... Oh, this might need a battery to work. And when we press the power button, it just boots up to show us the... Give me a second. Let's see if we have a battery for this one. We should have a new battery for this. That's what it's doing. It's just showing us the battery logo on the screen, or it would show us the battery logo on the screen if we actually had a battery or a screen. So let's check if by placing a battery here, let's find the battery screw also. This should do. Now let's remove this. And we're gonna be placing this here. Let's do it the correct way and not be lazy. Okay. We're gonna remove the logic board because these flex cables of the battery should go underneath it, and we don't want to damage either the battery or the logic board, so okay. Now let's go ahead and place... Come on. Come on. Oh, even the screws for the battery are here. I don't know who did this, but kudos to you, my man. You did a very good job. Now let's go ahead and screw this in place. Okay. We don't need to stick this for the time being. As I said, this is just for testing purposes and for educating purposes, of course. Let's go ahead and connect everything here. Come on, what's wrong with this keyboard cable here? Come out, dude. Okay, now let's go ahead and connect everything back. Okay, and the Wi-Fi antenna cables. Let's place the screw here as well, and connect this. And now let's try again and see what happens. Oh, it started charging the battery. It's good. And trackpad is clicking. caps lock is turning on. We should have fan spin. Yes, we have, and it's not turning off like it did before. This should probably require like an PRAM or NVRAM reset for the chime to be heard. Let's go ahead and try that. So let's turn it on. Power sequence is good. There you go. There you have it. We heard chime. Well, that's it. I hope you and I both learned something today. There it is. And if anything else, you should always use your eyes, then your brain, and then your hands. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.